Just give me a minute.
I
want to see if I can just like add anything to make it look clean.
Every week, I deal with your shit.
I can make the pain disappear, and I can erase the past. Oh, I can make the future shine so bright, and I can make right now alright.
I'm not gonna wear 2 shirts in this heat. This is terrible.
Everybody ready?
Oh, we're going in?
In 3, 2, 1. Just kidding.
Hello and welcome to the latest installment
of
Garage
Gossip.
I'm your boy Corn.
I'm your man Toose.
And
We are very excited and pleased to introduce highly awaited and highly anticipated guest, jsib.
Thank you guys.
Visiting
Thank you so much.
all the way from a couple hours away.
a couple hundred hours.
It is an honor to finally be on Garage Gossip, I can't tell you.
You're a big fan. Seen every episode?
Yeah.
Twice?
At least. Every time
Running
I
back. He can recite most of our lines better than we can. So that's what I heard.
You guys trying to figure out that intro before we started? I knew it. I was just testing you guys. I want to see if you guys figure it out.
Well, we got a fun-filled day. Some really dope content that I can't wait to get into. So let's get it popping. Our first segment of today, the Toose Corn we have for you, and the topic is net neutrality. Something that's
Toose Corn. I hate to break the news to you guys. You guys are done. Toose, you need to quit talking about Donald Trump. You're not doing your topic next week about him. You're done.
Well,
Chris, you need to watch the cussing. Actually, forget it. You owe me money now for cussing. If you want to keep this alive, that is. Other than that, you guys can just take your ball and go home.
No.
that's the way things go. Huh.
No? Because you don't pay your money. See, then I'm going to restrict your bandwidth. So that your viewers, when they watch you, these guys, hi, when they watch you, you're going to be unbearable to watch because your movies aren't even going to load. They're going to be crawling. All my videos are lightning fast.
What can we do?
Succumb? Or just
What can we talk about?
quit?
What, we don't want to quit. What can we talk about?
You want to talk about it?
Okay, so as evidenced by that little skit, you can see how important net neutrality is to keep people like us here, to keep us going in what we enjoy to do and what we like to do. Corn and I as YouTubers, jsib as a streamer. Without net neutrality, you lose the ability to pretty much do whatever you want to do, which is what we have as Americans now. We have that right. We have that freedom to kind of to say what we want and to create the kind of material we want to. And if we don't have that, what does that mean for us? You know.
Yep.
And so.
Yeah, exactly. The way net neutrality kind of works is it makes the internet essentially a utility, like water, internet, or not internet, electricity, and so essentially what that means is when you're charging me for water, you can't charge me more for water to put in a glass of water for me to drink than compared to watering my plants. You can't charge me more for that. It's a flat rate. And the same as with electricity. You can't charge me more to charge up my phone compared to power my microwave. You know, every volt is a certain amount or whatever. So essentially that's what that means for net neutrality in the internet, is it keeps it an open free market, and it's very important because if this gets opposed, then that takes away a lot of our freedom as internet personalities and businesses essentially, and which is not good. It creates a monopoly, and that's exactly what America is supposed to stand against. And also off topic, slightly off topic, if this goes through, this doesn't only affect America, this affects other countries around us as well, and it's going to make things more expensive to watch. And they're really going to double down on controlling the bandwidth that is able to use and control a lot of the personalities on the internet of what they can and cannot say. Mm-hmm. And that's just not right when it comes to the internet, and especially like being an American where we're supposed to be the land of the free. You know, we're supposed to be able to have a free voice, and if this passes, you know, it's taking that away, and it's just wrong.
You take it. Go ahead, Corn.
I think it is the. I didn't do my homework like I said I was going to, but I think it is the Trump administration who's coming in and trying to change net neutrality, and it's a really like kind of capitalistic. Capitalistic is a word.
Mm-hmm.
It's a capitalistic approach of like let's narrow in on that market. But I have a question for both of you that I forgot.
Wow.
No, I did have a question. But I have a question. I see the impact to like internet personalities and people who stream, like people like us. But what's the impact to like the everyday internet user? I think there is one. Like, it's not as big, but
you mean the consumer?
Yeah.
Right off the top of my head, I'll let you finish because I'm sure you have a lot more to say. But right off the top of my head, you're fed the material, the information that they want to feed you. So you're automatically blocked off from any other kind of mindset, any other opposing argument, anything that you want to really look into. You're blocked off from that because they feed you what they want you to know, and that's it. You don't get access to anything else. I think that's the number one thing that pops out of the top of my head for the everyday consumer.
Right.
Exactly. This would be absolutely. It's bad for business overall, except for the three big companies:
Right.
Verizon, Comcast, and Time Warner.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that are really going to gain anything out of this. The consumers will suffer greatly. And how I pointed out that internet personalities are. It even goes beyond that in a way. How they lose freedom. The consumers also lose freedom, as Toose just pointed out. Because. I don't like to say, I'm usually one of the people that always rolls their eyes that the government's trying to control us or whatever, but like if this goes through, this is giving them the absolute right to do that, and you don't want to give them that, because once you give them a little, and you're giving them a lot here, but once you give them a little, they're not going to give it back.
Yeah.
And so you got to be aware of that. And so it's just overall bad for the consumer. Everything's going to be more expensive. You're going to be fed what they want you to hear. YouTube channels that try to be news outlets. Or any other site that maybe try to be a news outlet that actually try to do honest journalism and actually put their nose to the ground and actually try to figure out facts, they're gone. And that's another thing is if this passes through is like not only the small one, like the small fish, like we are, I make very, very small amount of money on my stream, but like if this goes through, like I'll basically make nothing because they'll just want to censor me. But it doesn't affect us. It also affects what I guess you would say. We'll say established. They're established, not one of the big dogs, but like if you're even an established channel, you could possibly be gone too with the constraints.
Like Garage Gossip.
Yeah.
Very well established.
Very well established.
Yeah.
They're essentially trying to create monopolistic handcuffs.
Yeah.
That's all they're trying to do, and can't let that go through. You need to keep net neutrality alive and well, because it is the internet is a living, breathing organism that should just really develop on its own, and it's already done such a great job of doing it anyway, and it's kept contained. I think it should just stay that way. I think it works best for everybody.
And you hear about the crazy, there's this dystopian novels that are written, and you hear about those crazy in the future kind of moments.
Big brother.
And I think one of the first steps in a reality like that is by taking away people's right to information. The first step to kind of conforming the masses is to having them conform to a certain idea, a certain principle that you are able to spread yourself. Mm-hmm. So I think, that's a scary thought, is that one person or one head of a company or one just group of people have all the power in what you get to know, what you get to learn, what you get to see. And that's, it's people are easy to be brainwashed. And it takes a lot for others to stand up against something once they realize it's wrong. Mm-hmm. But people are, you can see in history, people are easy to be brainwashed, and that's the scary thing, is it's so possible.
It's just freedom of speech, and I'm really interested in like the legality behind it, like what's going to happen when and if it does, like what's going to be passed.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm sure. I don't know how long net neutrality's been around for a while. I'm sure, but when how, to me that just sounds like freedom of speech is being just.
As much as I think it could possibly happen, I really believe in the people of the United States. I know sometimes it might be a ridiculous statement to say, especially in a time like now, but I really believe that there are enough people who would realize the potential disaster and the danger of something like this, and enough people to say something. I
Yeah.
think I have faith in that at least.
You would hope so, especially like I said, this is not even gonna just affect us. This will
Right.
affect countries all around us.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So
if people don't have a reason to hate Americans already, here's another one, guys. Just overall bad for business, bad for consumers. Only the big three win. And that's not the big three I want to
and
win.
it's not the Warriors.
KG, Paul Pierce, Real. That's the big three I stick with.
I was trying to think of some like devil's advocate things as I always
I think this is
kinda
the
try to
fourth
do,
week in a row we got
but
nothing.
Here's one thing that I guess people should kind of look out for is people are wondering in 2020 if Mark Cuban is going to run for presidency. And he's been kind of iffy about it. The owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
Dwayne
And
Johnson, though, I heard.
what?
Dwayne Johnson as well.
Yes, Dwayne Johnson's also considering it very hard, and honestly, he might be charismatic enough just to do it. He might not even have to talk policy; just give him a wink and a smile, and there's
Just
just
shows him the people's elbow.
Yeah,
You know?
right.
Like,
flex the pecs. But Mark Cuban has had an interview, I think, 2 years ago about why he thought net neutrality was bad, and basically he just thought it was probably because he was on Shark Tank, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so probably it was just because ratings were dipping for his show, but whatever.
Some kind of controversy.
He basically talks about how net neutrality is bad because it essentially keeps people away from watching TV, and the news isn't being watched as much. You know, TV's not just getting watched as much in general because of the internet, and that's kind of what a free market is, Mark Cuban. You know, sometimes when a better idea comes out and people enjoy it more, and it's has a little bit more ease of access, they're going to go that way, and you as a business are supposed to adjust to that and change your course,
Right.
not totally change the rules to where you don't have to even try. He may not feel that way anymore. That was 2 years ago, so we should be fair in that regard.
Mhm.
That's something to also keep an eye out for, anybody like that moving forward, because you know Chris believes Trump, the administration, has to do with it, and that can just continue with more the Cuban administration. As Americans, we have the right to vote. We have the right to vote, and so it's a very powerful thing. Like we take it for granted so much. Use it. Like,
Just
use
do
the
it.
power. Like use it and make sure you are. And don't just
vote to vote.
don't just listen. Like don't just vote, and don't just like listen to just your friends or just one news outlet channel. Like educate yourself. You know, hear different sides from everything, and actually give yourself a chance to vote for something you actually believe in. And hopefully, if enough people are educated, we can actually get somebody in office that we can all actually be like, good job, guys. Yeah.
2020.
You know,
Because as much as I was not a fan of Trump, I would have much rather preferred to hear someone say, I voted for Trump because of A, B, C, D,
Mhm.
than I voted for Hillary because, well, I don't know, because someone else did. It's like,
Yeah.
no, come on.
It's that's essentially that's just taking that power and throwing it away. And,
Yeah.
you're also just misplacing. You're putting power in people's hands that you might not want to have power. So that's always something that you should consider. And not voting is almost just as bad as. I almost consider it worse. At least you threw something in the pile.
As the most overrated superhero comic of all time would say, with great power comes great responsibility. Would say, with great power comes great responsibility.
I gave you a look before you said that. I knew it was coming. And that was
I am a
Corn.
DC guy, so fuck Marvel. You know what?
Okay, well, this has been Toose Corn. We had a really good discussion today.
End it! Cut it! Cut it!
Leave your thoughts in the description below. We'd like
If you're able
hear
to by
them.
the time you see this.
Oh.
What?
See you later.
Follow me on Twitch, jsib20. Shameless plug.
Alright, welcome to Toose Corn's Newlywed Game, hosted by
Your boy.
It's your boy, JC.
It's your boy.
Corn threw this idea at me, like, hey, you know, we've been together for a while, maybe we should play a Newlywed Game. And now that we have a special guest here with us who can play as our host, I think we're gonna do it. So, we don't have whiteboards, unfortunately, but we have Sharpies and white paper. So, we have, I think, 11 questions?
11.
11 years.
So we'll just go back and forth. You'll ask one of us the question. I'll write it down, and the other one will have to guess what they wrote down.
Sounds good.
Toose, you start.
Writing or
You start writing.
Okay.
You gentlemen are ready?
I'm ready.
Left aid.
Toose, what would your spouse say is his greatest strength? Or what would your spouse say his greatest strength would be?
I can tell he's writing a lot. Not good.
So do I ask him the same question?
I think. Well, now, yeah.
Well, now I'll answer it.
Yeah.
I would say my greatest strength, my creativity.
Oh.
What did you say?
Corn. Corn. I think your greatest strength is your large or too large of a yield during the Great Depression. Is your greatest strength.
This is gonna be a rough segment. It's gonna be a real rough segment.
Corn. Ooh, corn.
Corn.
Corn. If your spouse could meet one celebrity, dead or alive, who would they meet? You already met me, so.
Before anything, I would just like to say that if I had this question, Corn, I know 200% Tupac.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Are you gonna ask the question, or should I just answer? What did we do
Go
last
ahead.
time? Okay.
Wait, I just answered.
I think the celebrity dead or alive I would like to meet the most. I think that you think that I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I think.
All right. I'll take this more seriously now.
If you can see, I did write Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I can't confirm.
Oh boy.
A meteor is heading for Chris's house, or Corn's house. He saved his family, pets, and family photos. He has time to save one more item. What does he save?
Oh God.
Okay, are we locked in?
Yeah.
I would save my my One Piece manga that I have.
Oh no! I was actually gonna think about writing that.
Really?
I put butter.
This is why we're gonna have a divorce soon.
Rough start for Toose.
I really thought I'm gonna like 100% like yesterday about the whole
What? Lick it tongue?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thing. I was gonna write the One Piece manga. God! Oh, that was sounding really bad.
Oh boy. Complete this sentence. It must be true that opposites attract because my spouse and I are total opposites when it comes to blank.
Total opposites when it comes to talent.
Oh! I said fashion sense. You're so rude.
Who said that? I never said who had the better one. I'm saying you had more talent.
That is true, but I would say the opposite. Because I love you so much.
I thought I did.
Oh, I love you both. That makes you feel better.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is turning out to be one hell of a segment. I'm sorry, Corn.
What one thing does your spouse have too much of?
Are you locked in?
I'm locked in.
All right, kind of going off of the theme I'm seeing here with Toose, I'm gonna say elbow. Is that what you wrote down?
That would have been amazing. That would have been awesome. Talent.
That's why we don't play this game. Oh,
This is amazing.
I love you, Toose.
When your spouse says, honey, they're playing our song, what song are they playing?
There is one thing I have in mind, and if the Toose doesn't get this right,
Oh no. Oh, we would just both bust out and start dancing our butts off to Never Gonna Give You Up. No, wait, no. Hold on. Corn. Ay. Coco Jumbo, Mr. President. Oh, yes!
Amazing. Oh man.
when you gave me that look, I knew it was real, dude.
That was
I knew.
that was some marital stuff right there. That was,
Oh, God, I feel bad.
It's a good
I
song.
need to get one of these questions
It's a good
right.
song.
which of the following breakfast cereals best describes your spouse's family opinion of you when they met you?
Oh boy.
Just Right, Oatmeal Squares, Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, or Fruit Loop?
I would say Frosted Flakes.
Corn, number 8. What is your spouse's most repeated sentence or phrase?
My most repeated phrase or sentence would be, "God damn it, Corn."
Close. Stop it, Corn.
So close.
I mean, I'll count as half.
That's a half point. That's
Yeah.
gotta be.
Toose, is there any special memory about your spouse that you will never forget? Locked in?
Locked in.
It was locked in. Corn.
I boiled it down to 2 here. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess 1. Let me know if it's not right, and I'm gonna guess the other one
Okay.
for no points, just to see if I got it.
Yeah.
First one would be recording seriousness. Is that what you wrote?
It wasn't what I wrote.
What about when you came up to Whitewater to say goodbye to me when I went off to Whitewater? It was real special. It was real special to me. Maybe not to you.
No,
But I think seriousness. We learned a lot about each other.
Yeah, I respect both of those. What I went with was the first birthday letter / gift that you gave me in my mailbox when I cried for many.
About to get real emotional, right?
they
It's
got
really
real
good looking.
quick. I love
They're fighting in the beginning, and look at this. Brought them back together. That's what this game's about. Many marriages end in divorce. I think we're getting away from it.
Wow! So much for the sentimental moment.
Darn it.
What do you think is the most important part of your marriage to concentrate on to keep it stable?
Most important thing to concentrate on is each other.
That's a good one.
I said honesty.
That's
Another good one.
Oh.
I thought about that too.
I know what the last one
glad
is.
this one lined up this way. Toose, when was the last time you and your spouse had a long, passionate kiss?
I'm gonna have to go with yesterday.
Close. Right now.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun.
Oh.
A lot of fun.
So this was the Corn and Toose newlywed, Toose and Corn newlywed, Corn and Toose newlywed, the Toose and Corn new.
A lot of emotions going through. This has been Toose's Corn newlywed game.
Toose and Corn's newlywed game,
Alright, we're gonna take it there.
featuring jsib as our lovely host.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jason.
man. Been an
You did a
honor.
Great job.
Thank you for mediating.
Glad I could mend this relationship back together. You guys deserve each other.
They're gonna see my shorts
For
on
eternity.
screen. Thank you. Welcome to a new segment that we're introducing. Not probably so new that you haven't heard of it before, because you definitely have. But this one is called Never Have I Ever.
Never have you never.
Have you ever never in bed?
Never have I ever.
So the idea of this, as you probably know, you start with 5 fingers, and we're gonna go in order, saying never have I ever. And if you have done said thing, you put a finger down. You eventually put a finger down until you get to 1.
Oh God!
Jason!
This is a PG.
Well, no, until you get to 0. And if you get 0, you're out. And the last one pointing or standing wins. So, jsib, you get the honors of the first Never Have I Ever.
As much as I want one, never have I ever got a tattoo.
I don't. These are all temporary.
These are all temporary. Damn it! I put them on every morning.
Okay, fine. Never have I ever played Overwatch.
Wait, does the demo count though? Jeez. Oh man, you guys.
Targets!
Never have I ever cried in the movie. No, I can't say that.
Gwen?
Never have I ever fallen in love at first sight.
I don't believe in love at first sight. It's never have I ever chipped a tooth. Now, technically, I have busted out a full tooth when I was younger.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, I would
So,
consider that different.
you want to classify it? All right. Never have I ever chipped a tooth. No one?
Not me, dog.
Crap. All right.
Never have I ever been born in the United States of America.
This is why we don't play this
Such a
game.
fucking asshole.
Never have I ever been to Poland.
Oh! That was rude as hell.
Never have I ever had a physical fight with my best friend. I'm striking out here, guys.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Oh, it's you?
You've had one?
4th grade, man. It was pretty rough. Threw me off my bike. Never have I ever seen The Godfather.
Actually, I'm a huge movie buff, and I've never seen it.
Wow,
Another one.
we are all uncultured swine.
It's on my list.
I know, right? But I feel like there's
It's on
movies
my
that
list,
come
I
up
swear.
before it constantly.
I know.
Well,
I want to watch it. Trust me.
That's
I
embarrassing.
hear nothing but great things.
That's embarrassing. It's only rated
feel
like
so guilty.
number 1 of all time, always.
I don't want to watch it. I just want to watch Spider-Man again and again
hot.
and again.
Hot movie.
It's good.
No,
Hot.
really. Never have I ever. I forgot it.
I had such a lead.
Never have I ever looked through somebody else's phone without their permission.
It wasn't a girlfriend.
I mean, yeah.
Just to put it out there.
I want to go ahead and just say, never have I ever surfed.
Wish I had.
Yeah, same.
Never have
I went to
ever.
Hawaii, but I didn't surf. I was in middle school.
Oh,
I can't-
Honolulu.
I can snowboard, can't skateboard. So I wonder if I can surf.
Never have I ever read a whole novel in one day.
Oh, in one day? Oh, no, I definitely never read a whole novel.
Never have I ever been to Disneyland. Heard it's cool. Better than Poland.
It's pretty dope.
How dare you?
Never have I ever been to a soccer game.
No!
Well, that's rude.
Neither have I. I've only been to football games.
Oh!
Hate to
Yeah,
tell
put
you,
your
the
feet
original
down.
name for football is soccer. So us Americans are still right.
Alright, it's between me and you, jsib.
Love you, Toose Corn.
I had such a lead.
So let me comfort you for the
I
last
had
portion.
I had 4. You guys had less.
Never have I ever cheated on a test.
Ooh, I'm at -1.
Really?
Class
I was that
C.
kid they were cheating off of. You feel me?
I think I was a little half and half.
Never have I ever taken part in a talent show.
Damn, I'm at -2.
No, not a talent show. No.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I gotta think about that one. Never have I ever performed karaoke live
Wow. Define live. Like in a bar?
or in public.
So even if you've never been to like a sports bar and done some karaoke when you were a kid? Not even when you were a kid.
Not even when I was a
I
kid.
hate you.
Well, ultimate loser at -3.
Wait, you done karaoke in public?
Yeah.
Man, I'm sleeping.
I've been drunk. So that was never I have ever, you have ever.
Never have you ever done that
Never
ever.
have you ever.
Never have I ever.
And thank you, Jason, for taking part in that game.
Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
for
Blessed.
spilling your personal information to the internet forever.
Everybody
So-
knows me. It's out in the open now.
Sign us off, boy.
Well, it's about that time again. Another episode comes to close. This is the first season 2 episode we have with a special guest. So it's very, very special to have you here. I know it's been a long time coming. So I just want to say thank you.
For at
Thank you
least-
guys so
at
much
least
for
a
having
year.
me.
Thank you so
At least
much.
a year.
I don't want to say anything about our other guests, but this was a pretty dope episode. It's a
Anytime you're in town,
Definitely.
you know where Toose Corn reside.
That's right. I do now.
in the garage.
Only in here.
I know the garage. I know where the garage is at.
But look forward to more garage gossip content and follow jsib on Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch at jsib20.
Plays a lot of Overwatch.
Yeah, a lot of Overwatch. We do some Rainbow Six Siege fun. We're looking into doing some of the PlayStation Plus games. Those are the free games every month, just to kind of do Let's Plays, just to kind of show you guys, what those games are about.
Bring versatility to your channel. You know.
Yeah.
that
Also, just so you
diversity
guys don't get Overwatch constantly, competitive Overwatch. So
overwhelmed by Overwatch.
yeah, which why I needed this vacation. Actually, I haven't played Overwatch for.
Really?
Yeah, I think I played one match with Celine, and that was it. So it's been kind of nice.
Jones a
Kinda
little
nice.
bit.
But until next time, I've been Corn.
I've also been Corn.
And I've been
Every
Jason.
time. But until next time, I've been Toose.
And I've been.
This is why we can never end the
Okay,
episode.
okay.
Jason. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you see like our endings like absolutely disastrously like just ridiculous, this is why.
I just have to get up and hit the unrecord
Now that
button.
you know where it is.
I know where it is.
No, wait, sit back down. Do it.
Do it?
I
Or
no.
sit down. Oh.
Sit
Yes.
down. You know.
Sit down, do it. Do the outro.
But until then, I've been Corn.
I've been Toose.
And I've been jsib.
The whole time.
Entire time.
Like an hour and a half. All of it.
And we'll see you again.
Hopefully. This might be the last episode ever.
What?